I've been to a couple Diddy parties.
I've been to a couple Diddy parties.
Hey, yo, it's over.
So we have Lecrae admitting that he's been to a couple of Diddy parties. But I'm going to let this play and then I'm going to talk after.
Have you been to these parties personally? Have you seen them?
You can't get.
That's a Doggy Diamonds question. Shout out Doggy Diamonds.
Right.
Shout out Doggy Diamonds.
You can't make it to the real party because somewhere if you're not a homosexual, they got a filtering out process.
Yeah.
So they'll send a stylist. They'll have you out and about because they trying to drug you. So you be in a studio session late at night and they'll see if you a meatball. Yo, bro, here, hit this blunt. You ain't see the blunt get rolled, or yo, bro, take this drink right here. And you like, hold on, bro, listen, homie, I ain't with that. And some dudes that get drunk, like I've been in studios with artists, famous artists, and I seen take a bottle that wasn't theirs, and they in the studio all woozy. I'm like, I'm out. I don't know what happened to that person after, but that shit didn't. You know, it's like trying to get a chick drunk because you want to pop, right? So,
I wasn't even gonna say nothing about this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I've been to a couple Diddy parties. Now, I'm risking a lot by saying this because I know as soon as I say that, all the assumptions are going to come in and if I don't say evil things were taking place, then I'm covering for them. And if I do say evil things were taking place, then I'm one of them ones like, yeah, Lecrae, expose it. You know what I'm saying? And I've been to lots of parties. I've been to Jamie Foxx. I've been with Snoop. T.I., like I've been to lots of places. Here's what I'll say. There are people who will test you. There are people who will see how far your limits are. And if you're willing to take a step, then they'll take two. I, in my personal experience, never saw anything where someone was like, you can't move any further unless you do X, Y, or Z. But what I did see was if you do X, Y, or Z, well, keep coming because and that's how we all are. It's Psalm 1, right?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
He says, blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, who does not stand in the way of sinners, who does not sit in the seat of mockers. You start walking, they gonna walk with you, and now you find yourself standing. They like, oh, you stand? Well, if you stand, come sit. Now, next thing you know, you sitting.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
And so it was never a situation where I felt forced to sit. It was a situations where I was asked, do you stand? Do you stand? And I'm like, I don't stand. Oh, okay, cool. And then I was left alone.
Romans chapter 12, verse 2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. Colossians chapter 3, verse 2. Set your minds on things that are above, not on things that are on the earth. James chapter 4, verse 4. You adulterous people, do you not know that friendships with the world is enmity with God? Therefore, whoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. This is 1 John chapter 2, verses 15 through 17. Do not love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the desires of the flesh and the desires of the eyes and pride of life, is not from the Father, but is from the world. And the world is passing away along with its desires. But whoever does the will of God abides forever. Time and time again, Lecrae has shown us where he stands. He's shown us by his actions that he is friends with the world. That he's friends with the world. There are videos out there made by celebrities that says that you cannot get invited to a Diddy party unless you're down with what Diddy does. Time and time again. And it's crazy how he quotes the very psalm that indicts him. This is Psalm 1. Blessed is the man who walk not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seats of scoffers. This is what he's done time and time again. He walks in the counsel of the wicked. He stands in the way with sinners and sits in the seats with scoffers. Time and time again. And yes, us as believers in Christ, we are to go out into the world to make disciples. We are to be the light of this world. We are to be the salt of the earth. But guess what? If anybody know what salt does, when you put salt in food, what it does, it influences. It is not influenced. Show me where salt is influenced by any other ingredient that it's involved in. None. Jesus sat and ate with sinners, but he influenced them. And this is what we are called to do, to influence wherever we are at, that God has us at. Lecrae, once again, has shown us who he is and what he's about. This dude is of the world. Therefore, he has made himself an enemy of God. Grace and peace.